Oh, I don't know what the problem is. Oh, I don't know what the problem is. Is it this what? Okay, alright, sweet. Alright. Here, let's turn on testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Alright, sweet. Alright. We like being here, let's turn on testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Gotta go in a second. Testing 1 2. Yeah, let's check. Alright, sweet. Let's just reset. So we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. Here, let's turn on so 7 innings. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay. Gotta go in a second. Testing again. Sorry about that. Alright, sweet. Let's just reset. So we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. Okay. Here, let's turn on so 7 innings. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay. Gotta go in a second. Testing again. Sorry about that. Okay, sweet. Yes. Alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. Okay. Here, let's turn on so 7 innings. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
St Thomas.
Gotta go in a second. Testing again. Sorry about that. Okay, sweet. Yes. Alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. Okay. Here, let's turn on so 7 innings. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
St Thomas going here in the second inning.
Testing again. Sorry about that. Okay, sweet. Alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. Okay. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
St Thomas going here in the second inning.
Testing again. Sorry about that. Okay, sweet. Alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
St Thomas going here in the second inning.
Testing again. Sorry about that. Okay, sweet. Alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
Going here in the second inning.
Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. The bag is too good after failed month there. Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. The bag is too good after failed month there. Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. The bag is too good after failed month there. Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. The bag is too good after failed month there. Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. The bag is too good after failed month there. Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. The bag is too good after failed month there. So far. Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, they've won the finale so far in so 7 innings. The bag is too good after failed month there. So far. Sorry about that. Okay, alright, so we haven't missed much domain 1 yes. The Wisconsin Badgers, Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. That's the tournament so far. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Feel well there. Sorry about that. You're sorry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get it. Bad here. Once literally from there, it's so easy to start up and the bag. Bad here.
Badgers kind of coming into their own. Obviously, had a difficult inning to come into in the last inning, but starting to show sparks on the mound. Sure, a lovely sight for the Tommies as they head into their season. But that one sparked into left field. A big looper playable here for the center fielder, and it is done. Runner will try to advance from second to third. It was a good throw, but cut off by the shortstop. So it'll be a sacrifice fly from Bannon that advanced the runner from second to third. To bat David Kushak there.
And a little bit of a heads up is what's going on today for Blaze. Later today, we'll have 2 water polo matchups coming up, as well as a women's basketball game between Arizona State and UCLA. I think I know someone who's doing water polo later today.
Oh, yeah. If it's the Mariners and the San Jose State game, be sure to tune in. You'll hear my voice there again. Should be a lot of fun. Gonna hit right after here to Mona Plummer Aquatic Center. Badgers have some action in their bullpen. Looks to be Salo, Shelby Jacobson getting warm. Agamino having a good outing so far, posting up zeros in 1, 2, 3 straight innings. Runner on third here. That one spun it down perfectly down to the first base line. No plays able to be made either base. And an easy run in from number 12, Miller. Will give the Badgers an 8-0 lead. Get a runner on first. Gushak. Beautiful place, but defensively, you see some unique and strong plays, leaving a base open on either end. No play on home or on first. And it would have been great to have a play on either one with 2 outs here now, still in the top of the fourth inning. That one's hit sharply to second base. Playable here quickly, and it is done. Second baseman, Alec for the Tommies really seemed like a play early on in the second inning. That one gets gloved handily, though. And a play to first will retire the side here for the Badgers and bring the Tommies up to the Badgers box. Down 8-0 here in Tempe. We'll be back after this. Be sure to stick around for the top of the fourth inning.
Welcome to 4 on 4, where we have 4 experts on the 4 major sports. Join Sammy Newt, Dylan Wickman, Justin DeHaas, and Sean Brennan on Blaze Radio as they break down an exciting semester of sports that includes the beginning of hockey and basketball, the heart of the NFL and college football seasons, the MLB playoffs, and much more. At the end of the day, we're just 4 roommates that love to talk sports, so join the conversation. Listen live on BlazeRadioOnline.com every Friday at noon, or, if you missed us, check us out on Spotify where you can hear all of our shows.
It's the music of
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Is this your
If
first
you're looking
time
for intellectual
being here
debates
at
on
Salt
Marvel
Lake City?
topics, you may be in the wrong place.
Jesus, when I bought Marvel, I didn't think 3 guys were gonna make a stupid podcast about it.
Saw one game here during
That's
the
right.
fall.
It's time for Agents of Blaze. Every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
I mean, like, come on! How hard is it to come up with a real podcast idea these days?
Welcome, true believers.
So here they are, the best group in the universe,
Alright, so we
musicians,
changed it.
musicians,
So it's
the dynamic,
Shelby Jacobson
electronic,
who's the pitcher.
Grateful Dead.
I agree. They are the best group in the universe. And if you also agree, or even if you don't, you should tune into my show, Back from the Dead, every Monday night at 8 p.m., only on Blaze Radio, on BlazeRadioOnline.com. Peace and love, everyone.
Alright,
Jam with you on Monday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to wait?
Jacob Jones. Ben Yates. Yeah. The Valley Variety, live every Thursday at 4 p.m. on Blaze.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you so much for joining us here in Farrington Stadium with Sun Devil Baseball. But right now, hosting the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the St. Thomas Tommies. Badgers off to an 8-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. As a strike in there from newly introduced Shelby Jacobson, gives her an 0-1 count up against the batter, Harvey. Jacobson delivers the lefty. delivers a pitch that hit the glove of her catcher. Bring the count to 1-1.
Jacobson, another one of those inexperienced pitchers, just a sophomore, and the only lefty pitcher for the Badgers.
That one's in there for a strike from Jacobson. 1-2 now the count. And her debut last year was fall. Pitch from 2 innings. Badgers off to roll this weekend. Taji Lockwood on the Classic. 3-1 so far. It was meant to play ASU the tournament opener on Thursday, bit of rain canceled that one, so they aren't going to be able to face the Sun Devils here in Tempe. But a strike there, swinging when Jacobson gets himself a first strikeout. Badgers will be happy with the teams they faced so far today, and happy with the results. And if this one stays the same, will be 5 consecutive wins. One more run will make it 3 consecutive wins of 9 or more runs. After 9-0 wins versus William State and the University of Maine yesterday. Jacobson sends that one to the Vertex in 1-0 up against number 21.
Morgan Klein for the Tommies up to bat now.
Klein's 0-1 so far today.
And she was also, I believe, the starting pitcher for the Tommies before being replaced by Crawford in the bottom of the second.
Listed as a utility player, Klein was mentioned started the game here, was on the mound, and now he's finding himself in the batter's box. Hit 2 of the 7 last year. Played 20 games, started with 11. Now swinging and missing that pitch. Jacobson on a 2-1 count. Now 1 out here for the Badgers in the top of the 4th inning. That's it. Careful. Lines delivers. That one's a little bit high and inside. Klein moved out of the way for that one, and it came out 2 apiece.
We saw it with Crawford for the Tommies. When a new pitcher comes in, it takes a little bit for them to get warmed up into their rhythm. 1 out, a good start. Interesting to see what she does here in the full count.
That one, a bit of a curve there, was hanging up and chopped foul down the right-hand side of the foul line. Jacobson gets set on a 2-2 count. That one's thrown and fouled off again. Now, Keenan, I want to be that guy, but again, I'm saying 2-2, but I'm seeing 3-2 on the board. Let's see if I'm wrong on this one.
Well, if it is 2-2, then I stand corrected. I said it was a full count earlier.
Hey, no. Off.
Finally, a wrong prediction.
Hey, I thought I would be going a perfect 3-0 so far, but a fall until now. A 3-2 full count here. That one's chopped off. Battling here is Klein.
And you mentioned for Wisconsin what they've done so far. Again, 3-1 in this tournament play here in Tempe. But looking forward to the future, they'll be going to the Clearwater Invitational in Florida, and they'll face much stiffer competition. Number 6 Georgia, number 25 Kentucky, and number 9 Oklahoma State.
That one's in there for a strike. It retires Klein. Klein was battling herself through that batting matchup with Jacobson. Falls. Lefty. So 2 outs here now for the Badgers. The Tommies still not a run on the board. Only 1 hit so far. Jacobson looks to deal in. That was a beautiful pull ball in there on the Cook.
A lot of off-speed pitches we've seen today. Not a lot of fastballs. More of just lobbing it into the zone and hoping for more accuracy than speed.
Jacobson has been all over that since she's come into the game. Delivers another one. That one's sped in there, but well outside the zone. Evens the count of 1-1 apiece. So it was 0-0 coming out of the first inning Only one hit for either side, but in the bottom of the second, the Badgers exploded with 7 runs, losing them to a 7-0 lead. Columbus weren't able to respond to the top of the third. Wisconsin added another run in the bottom of the third, giving it now where we stand 8-0 Badger lead. Tommy's on the brink of heading to the dugout without another hit to show for here in back-to-back innings. But they could have a runner on first here. 3-1 the count now. Jacobson kind of lost herself there. 2 outs here. Cook the batter. Pitch delivered, swung on, and fouled backwards. Was gloved by the catcher, but he got off the foul. The nets. Can you turn the picture? Wouldn't that be cool back out?
If only you feel like for style points, you think it should count.
That's exactly right. Style points. If it hits off the net and it looks good, I say count it. That'll count for a walk for Klein. For Cook, that is. Still head to first. And a runner here for the Tommies, a rare runner that is. Adriana Young up to bat here, the junior right-hander. Only one lefty in the lineup for the Tommies, and that's their number 9 hitter, Raymond. So now with 2 outs, Cook will have a runner on first, and the Badger will have to do it over on the mound. Here's the pitch. Jacobson just catches the outside zone. 0-1.
Adriana Young, another one of those All-American scholar athletes for the Tommies.
Jacobson makes a good set. Blinds and delivers, and that's a pitch well outside. It's a wild pitch. Isn't it? Will be bluffed by a catcher, and a runner will advance all the way to second.
It's a good thing Wisconsin's really built up their lead. As I said, all it's needed now is a little hit into the outfield or get past an infielder. You've got the first run on the board for the Tommies.
Just like that, runner in scoring position for the Tommies. Not sure if we've said that at all today, and if we had, it's been very low. Runner will look to advance the throw as a strike is in there for Jacobson. 1-2. Runner on second. 1-2 the count. Young will have to make this one count. Infield playing near the grass. Still dirt, though. Here's the pitch. Outside of the zone. Even at 2 apiece. Balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the top of the fourth. Thomas at the bat. Here's the pitch. That one swung on him. Thomas has lost a couple balls in that direction, and I think it really has to do with a lot of the speed that Jacobson and the Wisconsin staff, Magdaleno game, has been giving the Thomas a bit of a hard time. You mentioned a lot of the off-ball pitches, but those that they've been sending in with some authority have given Thomas some trouble. Here on 2-2 count, and that's exactly why. Swung on and missed. Fastball right down the middle. Jacobson makes Young look a little bit silly there and sends the Badgers into the bottom of the fourth. Holding on to a shutout so far today. Up 8-0. And we'll be back here to watch the Badgers step into the Badgers box here in Barrington Stadium.
Welcome to 4 on 4, where we have 4 experts on the 4 major sports. Join Sammy New, Dylan Wickman, Justin DeHaas, and Sean Brennan on Blaze Radio as they break down an exciting semester of sports. That includes the beginning of hockey and basketball, the heart of the NFL and college football seasons, the MLB playoffs, and much more. At the end of the day, we're just 4 roommates that love to talk sports, so join the conversation. Listen live on BlazeRadioOnline.com every Friday at noon, or if you missed us, check us out on Spotify, where you can hear all of our shows.
Oh, that's
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. If you're looking for intellectual debates on Marvel topics, you may be in the wrong place.
Jesus, when I bought Marvel, I didn't think 3 guys were gonna make a stupid podcast about it.
That's right. It's time for Agents of Blaze. Every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
Come on! How hard is it to come up with a real podcast idea these days?
Welcome, true believers.
So it's going to take 20 minutes to get.
Yeah.
So here they are. The best group in the
It took
universe.
so long for me to find one that was like,
musicians,
eventually it's like, hey,
dynamic,
take a Waymo
electronic,
instead. Okay, whatever.
Grateful Dead.
I agree. They are the best group in the universe. And if you also agree, or even if you don't, you should tune into my show, Back from the Dead, every Monday night at 8 p.m. Only on Blaze Radio or BlazeRadioOnline.com. Peace and love, everyone. Jam with you on Monday.
Welcome back to more NCAA softball here on Blaze Radio, BlazeRadioOnline.com, between the Wisconsin Badgers and the St. Thomas Tommies. Wisconsin up to bat here, bottom of the fourth, leading 8-0. Pitch here by Crawford. Check swing, taken for strike one. And the batter up for the Badgers is number 13, Eden Ichivara, an outfielder and right-handed batter. And the 0-1 pitch. Connected, but gloved by Crawford. Throw over to first in time for out number one. And you saw earlier in the game, Tommies were really struggling to produce those outs, but it seems like Crawford is, again, really started to come into her own here on the mound, starting to get those easy outs and hopefully get her offense back on the field quicker.
Yeah, we mentioned even though she hadn't played all of last 2022, she played 29 games, so she's showing her experience now, going back onto her mound for the snaps here this season. And then Echeverria, just the freshman into the game, she's really get a good connection on there, and Tommy's happy to get a quick out to start bottom control.
So another substitution, number 16, Skylar Sirdashny, a senior infielder for the Badgers, up to bat. 0-1 to count, one out, no one on base. Crawford winds up the pitch. Connected, drove it into right field. That will get to the wall. Sirdashny heading for second. See if she stops. She will go for third, looking for the triple, and she gets an extra bases for the senior on an 0-1 count.
The senior showing her experience there, just hitting a sharp one all the way to Miller. She misread the angle. That way it hit all the way off the back wall. Relay pitch inside the lane. She had to play to third, but maybe thought it was costly. It would have possibly be a run all the way around the bases. So they'll keep Shidarsny on third. She's the Badgers' go-to third baseman all of last season. 47 starts in 47 games. Showing exactly why on that pitch offensively for the Badgers.
Awaiting the first pitch by Crawford. The delivery. Drove it up into the air, popped up. Second baseman calls for it, and she gloves it. Second out for the Tommies. Runner still on third. Nice play by Sydney Mickett. And was going to bring up that Cuffle, the batter for the Badgers, her last time up had an RBI hit, but on the first pitch, drives it up and leaves the runner on third. It'll be up now to number 23 for Wisconsin, Hillary Blomberry, another substitution, a freshman catcher/utility player for Wisconsin.
You know, she started in the opening day for the Badgers in this tournament as their left fielder. Funny enough, we'll see if she goes back out there defensively for the Badgers or if she's in a different position as a utility player. She is just so diverse in that sense.
Pitch down and low.
And we mentioned quickly one pitch, one out in the case of two batters here in the bottom of the fourth for the Tommies. You'd love to see that, even though you give up a hit that rounds the bases almost for the Badgers. It gets a runner onto third base. You have two quick outs and a chance here to put the Badgers away here, but knocking on the door they are to make it a 9-0 lead.
And just when Crawford looking a little bit more control, almost hits the batter in the foot on that pitch. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third. 8-0 Wisconsin the score. Again, see if Crawford could end things early here in the bottom of the inning. That one taken for ball 3. Just again in that same spot. Out of the pitching zone. 3-0 count. The delivery by Crawford. Down and low once again. On a 4-pitch walk, Blomberry is headed to first. Runners on the corners. And brings up number 10, Fiona Girodot for the Badgers, a senior batter. And her last time up, she struck out after getting a single in her first at-bat of the ball game. See the catcher for the Tommies, Adriana Young, come up to Crawford, try to instill a little bit of confidence on the mound. 2 outs. Again, runners on first and third. Wisconsin trying to extend their lead. The Tommies trying to keep it somewhat within their grasp.
Baseman with a pinch runner. Marcus Nevin, the outfielder junior. He's primarily their pinch runner, made appearances in 40 games last year, all of them as the pinch runner. So she has the experience to steal second, and we'll see if quickly she does it if that is the case. The catcher Young will have to be well aware of her positioning. Eager is spinning second.
Beautiful fastball there for strike one. The windup, Crawford delivers, taken for ball one, evens out the count.
You see Young just kind of eyeing Nevin there with first base, almost teasing her, testing her to go to second. Cook there, second baseman for Tommies, slowly moving herself over to second base to be there for that play.
Another fastball there. Beautiful speed shown by Crawford. 1-2 count. So 1 strike away from leaving 2 stranded for the Badgers.
It'd be rare if the Badgers have come away with a run here, given how they played so far today.
And check swing. See what the call is here. We'll call it safe. 2-2. 2 outs. Runners on corners. Crawford on the mound. Girodot at the plate. Payoff. Taken for strike 3. Strikes out looking. That'll end the half inning and the 4th inning here at Farrington Stadium in Tempe. Still 8-0 Badgers heading into the 5th. Be right back here on Blaze Radio on BlazeRadioOnline.com for more NCAA softball.
Welcome to 4 on 4, where we have 4 experts on the 4 major sports.
Freezing.
Join Sammy New, Dylan Wickman, Justin DeHaas, and Sean Brennan on Blaze Radio as they break down an exciting semester of sports. That includes the beginning of hockey and basketball, the heart of the NFL and college football seasons, the MLB playoffs, and much more. At the end of the day, we're just 4 roommates that love to talk sports, so join the conversation. Listen live on BlazeRadioOnline.com every Friday at noon, or if you missed us, check us out on Spotify.
I swear to God, if they score 3 runs.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. If you're looking for intellectual debates on Marvel topics, you may be in the wrong place.
Jesus, when I bought Marvel, I didn't think 3 guys were going to make a stupid podcast about it.
That's right. It's time for Agents of Blaze. Every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
Come on, how hard
So I
is
was
it to come up with a
38
real
when I looked
podcast
at the
idea these
temperature
days?
this morning.
Welcome, true believers.
I was like, I didn't know. The restaurant says like a daily time. Nope.
So here they are, the best group in the universe, musician for musician, the dynamic, electronic, Grateful Dead.
I agree. They are the best group in the universe. And if you also agree, or even if you don't, you should tune into my show, Back from the Dead, every Monday night at 8 p.m. Only on Blaze Radio, on BlazeRadioOnline.com. Peace and love, everyone. Jam with you on Monday.
And then just go to scroll a little bit.
Live stats.
Jacob,
Thank you.
Jones.
Because they're having changes on 3rd, 2nd, and 4th right now.
Okay.
Jacob Jones.
Kill me now.
Ben Yates. The Valley Variety, live every Thursday at 4 p.m. on Blaze Radio.
Did you know that this inspired this?
Here's to the ones that we got.
Or that this
Dude, I did something in my prep. None of these
inspired this?
I don't know what the hell I did.
Put players on the wrong team.
Tune in to Classically Trained as I, Jake Brown, will dissect how classical music has influenced music of today. Every Friday at 4 to 5 p.m. only on Blaze Radio.
This is Edward Van Halen. Hi, I'm Jerry Garcia.
Welcome back to Blaze Radio NCAA softball between the St. Thomas Tommies and the Wisconsin Badgers. Top of the 5th inning, Badgers leading 8-0 here in tournament play to open the official softball season. Jacobson on the mound for the Badgers. Delivery for strike 1. Nice off-speed pitch there in the middle of the zone. And Wisconsin only 3 innings away from completing the shutout, complete domination over the Tommies thus far.
Actually, 2 points. That's not long enough. Big enough to make it 3 well. Jacobson feeding up off-speed pitch there. She loves those pitches. And 3 Ks we presently in that inning pitched last time out.
0-2 pitch. Driven to the third baseman. Throw to first in time. Beautiful throw there by Sirdashny. And you brought this up to me before we began this top of the 5th inning. Had some substitutions on defense for Wisconsin.
Yes, Sirdashny in there for the third base for the batters. Kushak now playing in the shortstop position. Bark over on second. And Linkletter playing on first base. We didn't see that in the bottom of the inning for the batters, which was on the second time out. But Sirdashny making a good job, kind of getting it. Jacobson was good to get out of the way, throwing path and making it put out there.
Marley LeVar, number 28, a freshman utility player for St. Thomas Tommies, up to bat now. 1 out, no one on base. Still 8-0 Wisconsin. First pitch by Jacobson. Another off-speed there, this time just up top for ball 1.
Yeah, Lower, you mentioned that freshman, but just overall, this batting for the Tommies today has not been anything on par to what the Badgers have been putting up. Only 1 hit, Lionheart with that solo hit, still here through 5 innings or 4.5, I guess you could say now, with that 1 out. 1 in 15 overall, 1 batter walked, 5 Ks.
So it's not an efficiency problem. It's more of a problem that they can't produce those hits to begin with. Makes the dominant pitching on display by the Badgers.
Yeah, we've been saying it throughout the game that a lot of it has to do with those off-speed pitches that are just kind of confusing the Tommies. And then when they go to their velocity type pitches, the one that just goes straight down the middle, Tommies are just too late to it, fouling off a lot of pitches and sometimes blowing right by it.
However, a 4-pitch walk here to Marley LeVar should put her on first. I'll bring up number 10, Caitlin Raymond for the Tommies. So 1 out, runner on first. A little bit of a chance here for St. Thomas to get something going here. Better late than never.
1 out here. Infield's playing very much in. Third baseman and first baseman inside of their own base. I'll see something a pitch here for Raymond to move the runner. I think. First swing on it though.
Over the little bit of a vision problem there for Raymond. That pitch was could have been just a great curveball there by Jacobson, but way out of the zone. But Raymond chooses to swing, makes it an 0-1 count. And again, curves outside the zone. Ball 1.
She kind of tapped her chest there, so my bad there. But like you just mentioned, if Raymond's going to swing on the first pitch like that, why not send it out there? That one's a little bit well outside, but Infield's still playing very deeply in. But Raymond hasn't shown any signs of bunting.
Just kind of lobs it up into the zone. Outside for ball 2, 2-1 count. And what's important there is that curveball could have potentially gotten away from the catcher, moves the runner over to second into scoring position, but keeps her over at first. 2-1 delivery. Hit up into the air, popped up over the left field, but just drags left over the net and into the stands, but evens things out 2-2.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Jacobson was trying to go on some off-speed pitches in those previous 3. Now she throws one right down the middle. Too much for Raymond. She fouls that one back. I think that has to be the recipe if they're trying to get her to go into some sort of bunting situation, because if you just throw those fastballs inside, Raymond and this entire hitting staff for the Tommies having a hard time today to do it. It would really force a bunt play, I think, here from the Tommies if that's the case.
2-2 pitch. Right down the middle, fastball for strike 3. And Raymond takes it looking for out number 2 here in the top of the 5th.
And now it changes things here defensively for the Badgers. Now, obviously, there's not going to be any sort of sacrifice, anything, given that there's 2 outs. The Badgers can kind of comfortably sit back into the area right before the grass meets the dirt. The runner on first, anything here on second or first will be happy outs. Batters.
First pitch to Wukowitz, taken for strike 1. And if there's any batter that can get the Tommies on the board, it has to be their star player, Wukowitz. It's been a threat in both defense and offense, but has kept silent so far. Jacobson on the 0-1. Up top. Keeps things out at 1-1. And Tommy's looking for their first win of the season. 0-3 so far in tournament play. We mentioned how successful Wisconsin has been to start the season. St. Thomas again just trying to get their first number in the win column thus far.
It's an off-speed pitch to have that run back. We just kind of didn't get a good enough eye to it. The rare times I think it's going to send a one that's hittable on off-speed pitches. Let's see, looks like they have both stature and her abilities to be able to get a good barrel to the bat there, but wasn't the case.
On the 1-2 pitch, driven to third, scooped up by Sir Dashney. Throw to first in time for out number 3, and that'll end the top of the 5th. Still 8-0 Wisconsin leading over St. Thomas. Listening to Blaze Radio, NCAA softball. Right back.
Final score.
Welcome to 4 on 4, where we have 4 experts on the 4 major sports. Join Sammy New, Dylan Wickman, Justin.
That's a quick commercial break there. So that is officially the end of the game. So only through 4.5 innings, Wisconsin takes the victory 8-0. Not sure if that was a merciful decision.
I would have mentioned prior to this game that it's 12-0 through 5 innings. I would imagine because it's tournament play, it's less than that. So 8-0 will be enough to send Tommies into the dugout with a loss. The Badgers will leave the tournament 4-1 so far, coming off back-to-back blowout wins in a shutout fashion. We'll make another one here today. 9-0, 9-0, 8-0. Tommy's just having no answers today.
That is a good point. Since we are still continuing tournament play, they might be on a strict schedule, need to keep it moving, especially for a game that's already had a pretty decent predetermined outcome. So that'll do it for here at Farrington Stadium for NCAA softball between Wisconsin Badgers and the St. Thomas Tommies. Final score, 8-0 Wisconsin takes the victory. They improved to 4-1 on the season. I got to plug you one last time. I know you're doing water polo later today.
Yeah, be sure to stick around. We got great stuff here on Blaze Radio, YouTube, Mixler, sports online, whatever it may be. Always have a great crew here, ready to bring you some of the great games we got going on here in the Tempe Valley. But be sure to stick around. That's it from us here, though. This segment of Keenan Vaughn alongside of you. It's been a pleasure to be here, and I'm out here for a chilly Sunday morning.
Welcome to 4 on 4, where we have 4 experts on the 4 major
we got our wish.
Join Sammy New, Dylan Wickman, Justin DeHaas, and Sean Brennan on Blaze Radio as